I was born in Cuba and arriving here in 1948. I grew up around the Big Picture, which was an Army program on Sundays, and also Victory at Sea. And these are programs that showed our military in combat. And I thought that what a great people that go all over the world in defense of other people and in democracy. So I've always been service-oriented. After my first tour, I was going to actually go into the police in New York because I wanted to go into service. But then Vietnam was expanding. I was with the 3rd Brigade of the 1st Cavalry Division. And the first impression was kind of shocking because as I came up in Ankei, which was our home base, and we're going into the billeting area, I saw the big sign that says, commanded by General Custer. And I thought, oh my God, Custer, I had some dreams later on about being overrun. Well, I was the second group, actually. The cavalry just arrived in '65. So we were still in a very learning phase of the war. Every day was a new impression. Whether it was the artillery or the bullets flying around you, it was just a learning experience, which I'll never forget, and I would never trade. If I had to do it over again, I would do it again. I've always believed that whether it's the Marines or the Army, the soldier on the ground, the soldier with the rifle, is what it's all about. Boots on the ground cannot be replaced by anything else, and it's still the same way. The thing that I did the most and I really was proud of doing was scout pilots. I had H-13, which is the one that you see in MASH. It was very demanding and very dangerous because we were out on the ground. We would go about 5 feet above, just that close. In fact, we would look many a time. I looked at, the enemy in our eyes. We could see each other because we were that close. You were flying 5 feet above the ground. It was the most exciting too. When you're young, you tend to do crazy things like that. I lost about 10 classmates, plus some of the other guys that we knew were with us. And one of them was with an LC, Mr. Cox, warrant officer. 2 children had come back on active duty. He had been a fireman, I think in Chicago. And I didn't know it at the time. He was behind me. We were coming into an LZ. And since I knew he was behind me, he had asked for landing and I had asked for, and I was ahead. I moved to the right to give him room. But he thought, why not go around and then come back? So he went around, came around. By then I had sat down and I was there watching him. And all of a sudden, about 20 or 30 feet off the ground, the aircraft just fell out of the sky. And it hit hard. I saw things flying, and I saw the soldiers running towards the aircraft, and then they started running away and saying, "Sniper, sniper," screaming sniper. So I just thought about it. I said, that's where we were going to go. That's where I was going to land. But he went around, and so I just kept thinking, gosh, he took the bullet that I was going to get. There's a lot of those memories. You keep them and you think about it, but you got to get going. You got to keep going. There's nothing you can do. You march on because there's nothing else. You can either break down or keep going.